I wish all of you a happy, healthy, and prosperous new year. And as you know, here in the Stacker community, whenever we celebrate a new year, we're discussing about strategies, about gold price predictions, silver price predictions, what's the best to buy, what's the best strategy, cash, crypto, gold, silver. And of course, we need to answer all of these questions for 2025. Hello my friends and welcome to my channel. This is Austrian Stacker. I hope you're all doing very well. I've already watched a lot of videos that were uploaded recently on different channels about stacking strategies, about financial strategies for the next year, gold price predictions, silver price predictions, and now I want to talk about my plan for this year. And I can say I have no idea at all. It's so difficult to make the right decisions at the moment. Europe is in a state of political instability like we've never seen it the last maybe 20-30 years. Austria is still not able to form a new government. So, yeah, crazy times ahead. In the US, there will be the transition from Joe Biden to Donald Trump, and everybody is a bit nervous. So how will his policy look like? How will he continue with the support of Ukraine, or will he stop supporting Ukraine? All of these things can have a massive impact on the finance markets and also on the gold and silver markets. And I think it will be very difficult to make the right decisions this year. What I can tell is that already over the last year, silver got less and less important for me. I still buy smaller quantities of silvers, but this is mainly series I'm collecting. So the last time I really invested in silver was actually in 2021, where I bought larger quantities. And at the moment, I'm just buying, as said, silver coins of series I'm collecting. And if I can get some bigger bars for a cheap price from time to time, but silver doesn't play a huge role in my portfolio anymore. My goal was I wanted to have 1,000 ounces of silver, which I have. And now I switched my strategy. I changed my strategy significantly, and I'm more into gold now. But it's also a bit difficult because gold is getting more and more expensive. I had a look at the prices today. One of the most liquid gold coins here in Austria is actually the Ducat, the one Ducat coin. When I bought a lot of these one Ducat coins, I think about at least one every month, they were about 160 euros. Now you have to pay more than 300 euros. So it's definitely also getting more and more difficult for people who are stacking on a budget like me, actually to buy gold. So how long will we be able to continue buying gold? Most of us already switched the strategy from 1 ounce coins actually to fractional gold. So I think it's getting more and more difficult to stack gold, and to be honest, I'm not sure if this is not wanted. I'm not talking about conspiracy theories, but I think there is a reason why the markets are as they are today. What I can see is actually that gold is the safe haven at the moment, and I think this is also one of the massive price drivers. So what I'm doing this year is I will continue stacking cash. Why am I doing this? Not just euros, also, I already talked about it in the video, I'm also stacking Swiss francs. So why am I doing this? Because I want to be prepared and I want to buy the dip. I think this is more important now than it used to be in the past, because as said, I stack on a budget, and every gram I can get more for my money helps me, and I think I'm not the only one. So there are a few things I've learned since I started my stacking journey. One is educate yourself. There are a lot of great books that help you understand how inflation works, what's the issue with fiat currency, what's the difference between precious metals with an intrinsic value and fiat money that's actually backed by nothing, and so on. And I think these are some basic knowledge everybody should gain. So take the time, read books, educate yourself, and try to understand the market, and then have a look at your own situation and find out what works best for you, and then make your own strategy. Do not just follow other people's strategies, because all of us are in different situations. Some are still in debt or have to pay off their house or the car or whatever. Others are a bit more independent because they have already paid, they're a bit older maybe, and they've already paid off the debts. And so everybody's in a different situation. This is why everybody should find their own strategy. So I can now just tell you what's my personal strategy. Actually, as much as I love all these big 1 ounce gold coins I have in my collection or in my stack, this is past. Also, this is probably the last 1 ounce bar I bought, but I think this is definitely nothing I would buy again in 2025. What I will buy in 2025 is, I always have these stacking challenges, so I'm always trying to fill up tubes. I started this one in 2024, and actually one of my goals was to fill up this tube with 20 quarter ounce coins in 2024. I failed. I've just been able to buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So not even 50% of what I wanted to accumulate in 2024. So I will also definitely not be able to fill this up in 2025 if the gold prices continue their rise. A lot of people ask me for my prediction, so this is my gold price prediction for 2025. I think the gold price will not go below $2,600, and I think the maximum we will see this year will be around $3,000. I think 2025 has the potential to see $3,000 per ounce as gold price. So I think somewhere between the gold price will remain on average, or will stay on average throughout the year. So between 2,600 and 3,000. 3,000 is possible if just a few things go wrong or escalate. I think this could happen easily, but let's hope for the best. So I think 26,600 is realistic. So, as said, I will most probably do the best I can to stack some fractional gold. I started another tube of 10-ounce coins. This one I bought myself for my birthday. It's a Krugerrand from 1981, my year of birth. And then I bought 2 more Britannias. So I will do the best I can to fill up this tube with 17 more 10-ounce coins. If they are too expensive, then I will go for, the traditional stuff like ducats. Ducats are always a good option if bullion is too expensive. Another good option is always the sovereign, of course. There are oftentimes you can get good offers, and you can get sovereigns close to spot, especially if you don't care about the years. And if you buy random year sovereigns, then you can get them relatively cheap. And another coin that's not so popular with stackers actually, but very popular with investors, so people who are buying bigger quantities of gold and silver here in Austria at least, and also in most of our neighboring countries, is the 1000 shilling Babenberger coin, because usually you get them close to spot. And this was actually the first bullion coin after the Second World War, issued by the Austrian mint. It's a beautiful coin design, by the way. So this is also a very good option. So these are actually the 3 options, or actually 4 options. So 10,000 coins, standard bullion, or one of these 3 coins, I think will most likely be the options, the main options for me in 2025. Because as said, I'm a stacker and I want to get the most quantity for my money, the most gold for my money, the most weight. And I think these 3 coins are always a very good option. And to be able to get the most for my money, as said, for the time being, I will continue stacking cash. So as said, I think buying the dip is getting more and more important. I think it's also important always to have cash. I recently uploaded a short video about the warning from actually the Dutch government, and also Dutch banks issued warnings so that people should have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 euros cash at home, because due to security threats, actually Russians are always trying to hack the banking systems, especially the ATM systems, and they issued warnings and said might happen that we, not because of any the money is lost or whatever, but simply just because of cyber threats that will not be able to access our money. And this is why they said we should always have at least 500 euros cash at home. I can just recommend, if possible, have enough cash at home to be able to pay at least 1 or 2 the fixed costs you have for 1 or 2 months in cash, just in case something happens. It takes a bit longer. It's not about doomsday. It's not about conspiracies, whatever. It's just about things like blackouts or whatever, and you can be Bitcoin billionaire. If there is a blackout, you will not be able to access it, and you will not be able to cash it in. And the same with money you have on the bank. So I think it's always a good idea to have some cash at home for at least 1 or 2 months. If such a scenario happens. As said, my gold price prediction is I think it will be around $2,600, and I see the potential up to $3,000, simply because of what's going on this planet at the moment, the geopolitical issues we have, the situation in the near Middle East, the tensions between Israel and some other countries, the Ukraine war, and so on and so on. So I see the potential for even higher gold price. And as said, fractional gold is the thing for me in 2025. And I can just repeat myself, especially young stackers and inexperienced stackers, educate yourself. It's really important to learn how market mechanisms work, how inflation works, what's the issue with fiat currency that's not backed by anything. And what I like a lot is books about people like the Fuggers and so on. So how they built up their empires, and how they made their money, and how they actually worked with exchange rates, different currencies, trade, how they understood the markets and inflation and so on. And I think we can learn a lot from these people. So educate yourself, try to understand how the markets work. We have a great community, reach out. There are also people in our community who do really believe in crypto. I'm not one of those people, to be honest. So I don't trust in crypto, simply because you're always depending on things you cannot control. So if there is a blackout, you will not be able to access your wealth. and you will not be able to cash it in even if you're a crypto billionaire. This is the reason why I simply don't like crypto. So as said, my strategy is fractional gold and cash, and whenever there is a good time and I can get some more quantity for my money, I will turn this cash into God's money. So thanks for watching. Have a great day ahead. I wish you all the best for 2025. I wish us all that it will be a peaceful, calm and prosperous year for all of us. And I hope that we can overcome some of the geopolitical issues that are actually that have a very negative impact on our economies and the markets and so on at the moment. So I wish you all the best, stay safe and healthy, and I hope to see you again soon. And please tell me in the comments below what you think about my gold price prediction, 2,600 to 3,000 for 2025. Servus.